So today I am filming a full coverage look, and I'm doing this because I want to. What do you want I'm doing this? So this is the real me, and this is my birthmark. So I'm doing a full coverage look for you guys today. And if you guys also have any birthmarks or if you have any imperfections that you would like to conceal, this is the perfect video for you, because I think I mastered my full coverage look. So please keep on watching, guys. So I went ahead and I primed with the Mario Badescu. I just sprayed this like 10 times. Mixing these two, I just dotted all over my face. So let's get to it. I'm just gonna go ahead and mix those two. Just gonna go ahead and dab that all over my face. And by the way, guys, this is a Clinique foundation brush. I don't know what's the exact name on it because it doesn't have a name on it. It just says Clinique, but it works fabulous. I really recommend this. I honestly, I used to use the Beauty Blender a lot, but I feel like it'll take a lot away from the full coverage of my foundation. So I just started using this brush and I really liked how it did the job. I hate how my forehead is so small because my brush literally doesn't fit through there. I wish I had a Rihanna forehead. I feel like I would slay with the Rihanna forehead. So then I'm going to take my really dirty overdue Beauty Blender by Real Techniques, and I'm just going to dab. So now that the foundation is on, I'm going to go ahead and take my Naked Skin concealer. And I love this concealer because it doesn't crease like the Tarte one does, but we're going to go in with the Tarte one a little later. So since I have a birthmark, you guys don't need to take it all the way down, but I do because I need it. But I just take my concealer and I do the infamous triangle that everyone does. And I mean, it's perfect for me because, see, the triangle is perfect. It just covers it. Go ahead and do the same to the other side. And if you notice here, I like to take it right here on my nose a little bit, just because it'll help contour later. It makes your nose appear slimmer. Now we're gonna go in with the Tarte, and this is really light, but you want to do a light concealer for this part because we're highlighting. So this is a conceal color, that's why it's not that much lighter than my skin tone. And this is really light, so I like to go ahead and just put this right in these spots like that, and then just a little bit on your nose. Don't forget the bridge of your nose. A little bit right here and on your cupid's bow. And then I like to do this trick right here, go up right here, because you see how there's like a shadow right here? I like to conceal that shadow. But now I'm gonna go with my little baby Beauty Blender. So we're just gonna dab, 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 dab. Dab for a really long time. So don't worry about fixing the edges, we'll go back to that later. And then all the excess concealer, I really like to focus on my forehead because I have a tiny forehead, so I like to make it appear a little bit bigger than what it is. So highlighting this area will make it do the job. But if you have a big forehead and honestly you don't want to emphasize it, skip this step. There's literally a lot of excess on here, so what I like to do, I'll take it right here and clean up the bottom just so I could have that contoured effect without contouring. Okay, then I know it's not blended, but I always like to go back with my big Beauty Blender, and this makes the process really faster, so then I just blend everything together. And so I don't know if the camera shows it, but when you do clean the bottom of your like of the bottom right here, it does give you that little effect right there of a contour without doing the contour. Then I like to take, I go back and forth with the Laura Mercier powder and the Airspun powder. Both of them do the job for me. One's $5, one's $40. So honestly, I'd go with the $5 one. But for the sake of the video, I'm just using the Laura Mercier one. And I put a very generous amount on the cap. And then I take my little baby beauty blender again and go ahead and just dab that in there and pick up the product. We're just gonna go ahead and put it right under our eyes, exactly where we put all the concealer. See how I take it down the bridge, not the bridge of my nose, right there. I honestly don't know what to call that, so just you could just see what I'm talking about. So basically what we're doing is baking, and this just helps lock in all the concealer and product we've put on our face. And if you have an oily face, this works wonders. Take it down the bridge of your nose. Forehead. My forehead creases a lot, so this is gonna help from creasing. If you don't have an oily face or you really don't need your makeup to last you years, you could just skip this step, and as long as you bake underneath your eyes, where you concealed your eyes mainly, then you're fine. You could just skip this step. But I really recommend this step. I'm just going to take my Hoola bronzer and my small dome-shaped brush, and I'm going to go ahead and contour my face. So this is awesome because you do have a guideline as to where to take your bronzer, because you do have all the other bake. So you just want to take it right here and bring it down as you blend. And go ahead and do the same for the other side. Without going back into the bronzer, you're just gonna go ahead and bronze up the temples of your face and a little bit of my forehead, but not too much because, you know, my forehead is basically non-existent. But girl, if you got a nice big forehead, all power to you. Just balance up. I would like literally just, I always like to do this step. It just brings all the colors together. And now I'm just going to go with the Real Techniques powder brush, and with the Wet n Wild, what is this? Their pressed powder. I really love this powder. I just picked it up not too long ago and I'm obsessed. And so you could do this step with any powders you have. Just make sure your powder is not too dark for your face. I always go a shade lighter and just wipe off your bake like so. Got a hair in there. Or just wipe off your bake like this. Don't forget this. I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with my Wet n Wild brush and contour my nose. I just take it right here lightly. Always go with the light hand because you could always go back in and add more. I like to cut it right here so my nose could appear like way smaller, I guess. But this is just gonna really snatch in your nose, so you can have a really defined nose. So I'm just gonna go with a flat brush, and I'm just gonna blend out the edges. This has no powder on it or anything. It has no product. Just concealer edges. Now I'm gonna go in with powder, and I'm gonna use the Better Skin, and I'm using this one because this one is completely matte and the other one does have a little bit of reflex in it. When you're doing this step, make sure you use a powder that's the same color as your skin. So when you're done with that step, I like to go in with my Give Me Sun. And I know we already used bronzer, but this bronzer, which is Give Me Sun by MAC, we're not contouring with it as we did with the Hoola bronzer, but we are bronzing with this one. So for this step, I like to use my e.l.f. complexion brush, and it's a really nice fluffy brush. And then we're gonna go ham with this because, you know, my white ass is trying to look tan. We'll see how it gives you that nice bronze color. So as you could see, I'm not going in here. I'm taking it more up, if you will. So I also like to take that on my temples. Just make sure you really blend. So my temples, tip of my nose, a little bit of the sides, right here, right here on the bottom of my lip, and of course jawline. And lately I've been loving the Wet n Wild apricot in the middle. This is how it looks, and it does have a little bit of sheen to it. For this look, I always like to smile, find the apples of my cheek, which are right here, and then take it a little, not on my apples of my cheek, but a little bit more behind, like right here. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and go ham with my Mario Badescu facial spray, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a generous amount. And I like to do this step right before I go in with my highlighter. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe R36, and it's just a really small blending dome brush, and I'm gonna pick up the this is something petals, Precious Petals. I'm gonna do this fake smile like this and take that right there. And just do the same on the other side. After the Wet n Wild highlighter, I'm gonna go in with my Laura Gilded Honey and do the same thing. And then without adding any additional product to your brush, just go ahead and add any of the excess powder to the temples of your forehead, which are right there. Just think of where your devil horns would go and put it right there. Then I'm going to take Gilded Honey again, and I'm going to apply that on my Cupid's bow and the tip of my nose with my finger. So I don't start like at the bottom, I start where I cut my contour, so like right there. And then on the Cupid's bow. Okay guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some lipstick and some lower lash mascara, and I'll show you my final look. Hey guys, don't I look like I'm gonna go on an adventure because I'm the wild Thornberry? Like, if you guys know what cartoon I'm talking about, you're the one.
Twins.
So thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to leave comments down below, and please subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching guys.